What up, Talkin Fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Knuckle Up Knockout of the Week with yours truly, Mike Orr. Guys, you know what it is, man. I know you've been waiting for it. So we are going to bring it to you and tell you who all the runners up are. But first, guys, today's podcast is brought to you by the BetStamp app, which is helping thousands of people win at all sports betting for free. The same way travelers use Google Flights and Expedia to find the best prices, bettors can now use BetStamp to do the same when they place a bet. The odds given by a sportsbook will determine how much you can possibly win, even when betting on the same outcome. Different sportsbooks will offer varying payouts, and these differences can be huge, guys. Thankfully, BetStamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sportsbooks. You can click on any matchup and instantly see all the different odds for the games, lines, player props, and event futures bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and maximize your chances of winning long term. On average, BetStamp users win an extra $1,000 plus yearly just by line shopping, guys. So you can find the BetStamp app on Apple iOS Store, Google Play Store, or through your browser at www.betstamp.app. To access all these benefits, sign up using promo code Talkin Fight and start your journey to successful sports betting today. If you forget to use the code upon sign up, guys, no need to worry. You can always go back and enter our code into the BetStamp account afterwards in the settings, guys. And again, that is BetStamp app /Talkin Fight, man. Check it out. You know what it is, man. It's your man, Mike Orr. And then we're going to get into it right now, guys. So our Knuckle Up Knockout of the Week winner is going to our man, Brian Mendoza's stunning KO over the Towering Inferno, none other than Sebastian Fundora. Guys, let me tell you about this wonderful, wonderful knockout. The Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora, went up in smoke Saturday as Brian Mendoza scored a stunning come-from-behind seventh-round knockout victory to shock and undefeat the upstart. After having very little success for 6 rounds, the 11-1 underdog Mendoza probably found lightning in a bottle when he caught and crushed Fundora with a snapping left hook. When a stunned Fundora momentarily bent, Mendoza followed up by connecting with a clubbing right and left hook. Fundora fell to the canvas and couldn't muster up the strength to stand back up as referee Ray Corona counted to 10. A disappointed Fundora shook his head as an ecstatic Mendoza fell to the knees and pounded the canvas in celebration. The fight was called off at 39 seconds into the 7th round, guys. What a vicious knockout it was. Mendoza, now 22-2 with 16 KOs, won the interim WBC title in about that headline on Premier Boxing Champions on Showtime card at Dignity Hall. What a great knockout, man. Until the knockout, the 6'6" Fundora, who is 21-1 now with 13 KOs from Coachella, was successfully leveraging his massive size and frame that featured a near 8-inch height advantage and a 10-inch reach advantage to neutralize and outbox Mendoza. Fundora was landing the left uppercut at will until the 29-year-old Mendoza suffered once again. Let me tell you guys, the Ishmael Sal's trained Mendoza was riding incredible momentum coming into the fight after knocking out and sending former 154-pounder Jesse Reynoso into retirement in November. Mendoza brought the same magic and mojo against Fundora, guys. Heading into the 7th round, Fundora held a 100-59 advantage in total punches landed in the 75-53 lead in power punches landed per copy box. And he was up on all 3 cards with scores of 60-54, 60-54, and 59-55 until this devastating knockout, guys. This is why we picked it for our Knuckle Up Knockout of the Week. But we do have to give some honorable mentions here, man. Definitely a big one. Who was the runner-up, man, who was definitely looking to win until this beautiful knockout here with Mendoza coming from behind and winning in such great fashion. Shout out to our man, Khalil Cole. Khalil Cole resumed his knockout ways versus an opponent who'd never been stopped. The unbeaten lightweight from Flemington, New Jersey, scored 2 knockdowns en route to a 3rd round stoppage of Illinois' James Quitter. Ko floored Quitter in the opening round and closed the show with a right uppercut in round 3. The later produced an instant stoppage at 151 of round 3, and their bout, which aired on the zones before the bell prelim show Saturday live from Boeing Center at Techport in San Antonio, Texas. Ko, who is 5-0-1 with 3 KOs, went the 6th round distance in each of his past 2 starts, including a 6-round shutout of unbeaten Bradley Almeida last November 12th in his most recent start. Quitter, who was 6-2-1 with 6 KOs, was brought in as a late replacement when originally scheduled foe Aaron Spicer was forced to withdraw just ahead of fight week. He scored knockouts in every win and went the distance in a draw and his lone career defeat, but was taken out by Ko in spectacular fashion, guys. I really want you guys to go back and watch this one. Huge knockout, man. Very Mike Tyson-esque, we will say. Just one of those real clean, come right on the inside, bring that thing right up through the middle, caught him right on the chin, perfect shot, like out of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, the video game, man. Honestly, I am a fan of Mike Tyson, and definitely Khalil Cole executed a very Mike Tyson-esque uppercut, guys. I will put the links to all the fights that I am talking about in the description. Well, not in the description, guys, in the comments for you. So you can just go down later and scroll and just watch each one of the fights that I'm talking about, guys. Another shout out. Got to give another shout out to our man, Bruce Carrington. Bruce Carrington overwhelmed only the second undefeated opponent he has fought as a professional Saturday night. Carrington, he's the unbeaten featherweight prospect from Brooklyn who has won our award twice already. You know what? This 126-pound bout on the Shakur Stevenson Yoshino undercard at Prudential Center. This one was good, man. 26-year-old Carrington improved to 7-0 as he recorded his 4th knockout. Chambers slipped to a 9-1-1 with 5 KOs, and referee Harvey Dock counted out Chambers at 2:46 of the second round. Carrington knocked Chambers to one knee in Chambers' corner. Chambers couldn't compose himself and get up by the time the Dock counted to 10. Chambers entered the ring unbeaten, but the 36-year-old fighter from Gwynn Oak, Maryland, had never encountered a boxer as talented as Carrington. Carrington wobbled Chambers with a left hook that made him stumble backwards in the first round. Carrington followed Chambers to the neutral corner and unloaded an array of punches that made Chambers cover up. Chambers managed to make it to the end of the round, but couldn't survive much longer, guys. Bruce Carrington is the real deal, man. You guys have heard it from me many, many times. He's one of these blue chips prospects that, guys, you got to be on the lookout for, man. This kid has got talent. He is stopping everybody that we put in front of him, and now it's time that we see this kid get some real fighting action in front of him, guys. But he is not the last one we're going to talk about today. I do have to talk to you guys about a knockout that I seen that was very early in the morning out of Japan. Jin Sasaki, with his knockout over Keita Obara. This one was huge, guys. Jin Sasaki rose from the canvas to deliver his best win to date in an empathetic style. A brief lapse by the 21-year-old welterweight late in round 2 saw Sasaki respond with a pair of knockdowns, the later of which put former title challenger Keita Obara down and out. A right hand by Sasaki left Obara flat on his back to produce an instant stoppage at 1:13 of round 3 in their regional title fight Saturday. This one took place in Japan, guys, so you might not have been awake for this one. This one got underway at 3 a.m. in the morning. Sasaki was the aggressor throughout that brief affair. However, he literally let his guard down just long enough to suffer a brief taste of adversity. A right hand by Obara sent Sasaki off balance and eventually to the canvas midway through round 2. The threat of an upset didn't extend beyond the round or even very far beyond the moment. Obara tried to capture lightning in a bottle, but the 36-year-old only left himself open for Sasaki's sharper, cleaner punches. Sasaki permanently turned the tide with the right hand body shot that sent Obara to the canvas early in round 3. Obara beat the count, but was never given a chance to recover when a booming right hand, guys, and I mean a booming right hand, put him flat on his back. No count was necessary as referee Benny Martin immediately brought a halt to the contest. Sasaki improved to 15 1-1 with 14 KOs and extended his current 5-fight unbeaten streak. His past 3 wins have been ended inside of 3 rounds. Obara snapped a 6-fight win streak as he fell to 26-5-1 with 23 KOs. His lone career title shot resulted in the second-round knockout defeat to the unbeaten IBF junior welterweight titleist Eduard Turanovsky in September of 2016. Guys, what a great weekend of fights. What a great weekend of knockouts, man. We got to give it to our man, though, Brian Mendoza. Honestly, outpointed, outreached, outheight. He was losing this match, and he came from behind late in that round and never gave up. And what did he do? He delivered a devastating knockout of the champ, man. Brian Mendoza came through with a huge knockout here and improved himself and showed that he is a force to be reckoned with in this ring, man. He pulled off that big shocker Saturday night, guys. And as he picked up this brutal knockout of previously unbeaten Sebastian Fundora in the 7th round, man, to capture that interim WBC silver welterweight title. So, guys, this was huge. Massive fight weekend. Guys, I can't wait for this Sunday. Sorry that this has been so late coming. I know we usually do this show on the weekends, but unfortunately we were too busy. We were discussing all these knockouts that happened. These are the 4 we are just talking about, but there were many more to discuss. So, guys, this is why it's coming late to you. But yes, next week, you know what it is, man. Sunday, Knockout of the Week award. Tune in. We will see you then. Same time, same channel, new knockouts. It's your Mike saying, you know what it is, bro. Knuckle up.